before I came to this class and started playing in guitar class, I had zero experience with the guitar and I had absolutely no idea how to play. So after I joined guitar, that's when I picked up some basic knowledge as to how to play and how you could compose and arrange your own songs. And that's when I really started to start playing the guitar and improving. Originally, when I wasn't playing guitar, I saw a lot of amazing guitarists. One perfect example would be Korean fingerstylist named Sang Jang, and another one would be Tommy Emmanuel, Chet Atkins as well. I started by watching them playing on YouTube, and I thought to myself, wow, they're really good. So that just inspired me and motivated me to join guitar. It was very hard in the beginning because, we have no idea how to play. And then here we are just with all this overwhelming amount of, guitar stuff that you have to accomplish and read, all these notes that you have to memorize. So it gave me a sense of wow, it's really hard. But in the end, I think it was worth it because once you persevere through it, then really you start to get your act together, and that's when you start to notice the beauty of playing guitar.
Well, I've always really enjoyed music, and I started playing guitar years ago, and I just really enjoyed it right away. So I decided to take the class because it was a good way to continue my learning and learn more about theory, the stuff that I was too stubborn to learn out on my own. Well, the sight reading and working on music theory stuff was kind of not stuff I really wanted to do first coming in, but it really helps, and it's stuff that I need to learn to be able to play guitar really well. So.
Well, we have guys in all different phases of development. I mean, we have some guys who are pretty dominant in the weight room, and we have guys that have a long way to go, but we've had a lot of developing to do. We had only a handful of guys that are returning starters or multiple year starters. So in terms of significant improvement over the first month or so of the season, I'd say that's actually most of our team.
They've come a long way since the beginning of the season. They've come together and become stronger as a team for a very successful year.
Hey, this is who we are.
I think the hardest thing would be for me trying to divide my time so I'm able to meet with all of my students. I have 600 students under my caseload, so I like to be able to be available to them. And then how we use our student body to welcome them. We always make it a point to bring someone who speaks our language to get them to recognize the campus and know where the classes are. And they're so grateful. I asked them, come back and see me if you have any questions, and they are literally here. If you guys haven't seen my lines at break or lunch or after school, it's a beautiful line. They're comfortable coming to Beckman, and also they come back and bring me little gifts. I call it my altar of diversity. If I always knew if I wanted to become a counselor, and the answer is absolutely yes. I did. I knew that I wanted to study psychology. My grandmother suffers from a serious mental illness, and I knew that I wanted to fix her. And then as I started going to school and educating myself in the field, I realized that I fell in love with helping adolescents, specifically the high school age. So, and part of it was because of an experience. My sister and I went through and experienced it in a different way, but it all led to having a counselor who wasn't very supportive in our when we were your age. So I ended up, taking other routes, but my sister ended up getting herself into a lot of debt by going to a school that wasn't accredited, and that just hurt my heart. It was just very disappointing to see that she wasn't guided, and neither was I. So I made a promise to myself that if I became a counselor, I would try to avoid that. So that's where my passion stems from, the past experience and wanting to contribute to changing the concept.